Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. It's great to be with you again. I hope that you are well, that you've had a good week and weekend. Oh, sorry. Right. I am carrying on colouring in Die Welt Unter Lupe's Lande by Rita Berman, and I am going to be colouring the same page I have been over the past few weeks, which is our Acorns and Chipmunks page. And I'm just going to continue working on some leaves, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay, so as you can see, it's coming along pretty okay. I have forgotten some of the color combos I've used, but I'm sure we can figure it all out as we go. So for this video, I'm using Monarch. Well, I'm using the Black Widow pencils. Thank you. So I'm using the Black Widow pencils for this page, and it is the same selection of pencils I've been using in the previous pages. So yeah, I've had a bit of a stressful week, lots going on, so if I sound a bit tired and not altogether there, it's just because I'm a little bit overwhelmed at the moment. But it's okay, it will pass and everything will be fine. Hi Kenny, how are you? Oh, I'm glad to be working on this page too. The only time I get to work on it is on my lives. So it's a bit of a long live stream, but at least it's keeping us going. And then, I don't know, maybe after this one is actually complete, we can start on another Rita Berman page. I did get the Europa book, not the Europa, the Africa book. I have got Europa, so we could color in Europa, or we could color in Asian, or we could color in Africa. So let me know your thoughts. I just realized I'd missed some of the background here. I'll do his whiskers white, so they stand out a bit more. Hi Penny, how are you? I will get back to you about whether I'm actually doing well or not. I think it just depends on the day. So I think it was about a week ago we learned that my granny over in the States had had a stroke, and she was in ICU for quite a while. She's now in rehab, which is a really good thing. I haven't had an update from my parents yet, but it was a severe stroke, so as a result, I'm not 100% sure how her recovery is going to go, and so I had all the emotions assigned to that, and just processing it, and you know, just remembering some of my favorite memories with my granny. But the important thing is that she's doing okay, and I'm hopeful and prayerful that she will make a good recovery. Yeah, it is rough being far away. I think it's probably harder on my mom because it's her mom. But yeah, so we just had that alongside all the other everyday, you know, normal going-ons. Okay, what am I trying to do? Maybe we just start with leaves. Leaves are good. Maybe some orange leaves. Ah, thank you, Penny. I appreciate that. And thank you too, Kenny. All the prayers are really appreciated. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit more so I don't look so far away. Oh my. Right, there we go. I'll work on leaves. But other than that, how are you all doing? What have you been coloring? Have you been coloring? I'm trying to work on my pages and try get some more done. And I've been trying to film as well. So it's making progress, even if it's a little bit slower than I'd like. But it's progress nonetheless, and we will get there. So this one is Dragon's Zombie. Oh, prayers are more powerful than most know. Absolutely, Kenny, I agree with that. We do underestimate the power of prayer. Although I was saying, when I was praying, I would just pray and say in my prayers, help, I don't know what to pray for. Because it's tricky to know what to pray for. But at the end of the day, she's okay. She's still here. She is being looked after, and I trust that God will bring her into the right people in her path, and also just strengthen my aunt and her family, and then carry my mom. So yeah. She must be a strong woman. Yeah, I think she is. I think she's gone through a lot in her life. Like many of us. She has a strong faith, you know. I've always loved watching her walk with God and talking to her about stuff like that. And she and my grandpa, way back, used to do Sunday school for kids. So they were involved with that a lot, and they went to Bible college. And I remember wishing I could go to Bible college. I'd hear all their stories. Yeah, that was not part of God's plan for my life. But I love listening to their wisdom. I did give in though, and I went and did some retail therapy and bought myself a couple of coloring books and I did get myself new water brushes, so that was great. I read somewhere that oak trees lose their leaves later than some other deciduous plants and trees. They're like amongst the last to lose their leaves, which I thought was really interesting because I didn't notice that about oak trees. I quite like this fizz. It's almost got like an emerald green to it. And then if I layer like zombie and some of the other greens over it, it really helps to, it just blends nicely and it layers nicely. I like it as an undertone. Oh, that's wonderful, Kenny. I'm glad that you're finding you can get the most Bible studies you can now. Yeah, I like these colors together. Sometimes it's nice to limit the amount of pencils I use. It forces me to work on blending colors and layering them up. Like this is the wizard, so it's also in the dragon set, and it's quite nice to darken up some of these leafy bits here and there. So use this shadow on the acorns. and layer castle on top, and then I go for like a huntsman and a black. And then oyster here on the edges here. And you can do stink bug for that gorgeous like yellow ochre goldenrod kind of undertone some of these acorns get. And then I go in with my rusty. So I just really play around with the colors. Okay, I'm going to just do all these acorns now. Any ideas on mushrooms? How should I color the mushrooms? Ah, thank you, Pickle. I really appreciate that. I hope you are well and you've had a good week and weekend. Hope your minis are okay. Are they back yet from Cyprus? Excuse me. Oh, lovely. They're on their way home. You must be so excited to see them again. I hope they've had a wonderful time. Oh, thanks, Kenny. I will then stick with the same color tones I have. Oh, fantastic. The boys have learned to swim and aided. That's fantastic. Really frees them up, doesn't it, when they can swim on their own? The mushrooms on the tree, that would be a pretty color to do the mushrooms. Which color? The orange. Well, I've got red shades, like, oh, unless you're talking about these ones here. I could do that color over here, which is similar to what I have on the bugs on the other side. So do you have a coloring book you tend to go to when you need to switch off your mind and or you gravitate to? Ah, okay, we're on the same page. Bring some red and orange into the mushroom. Fantastic. I will use the same reds. Thanks, guys. Have you ever done mushrooms non-realistic colors, like, because I tend to do my mushrooms red. That seems to be my go-to. Or I will try and do that beigey kind of look. But I've seen other people will do like pink or purple mushrooms. I think I might have once tried to do mushrooms sort of like that green bioluminescence color, maybe. What are your experiences coloring in fungi? I feel like I've colored this the wrong way. I think I've colored it upside down. I think that's the top and that's the actual acorn. Oh no. Alright, never mind. I'll just put grey on it and knock back the orange. Oh, okay, so you either go to markers or watercolor. And Kenny, you go to Rita, Berman, and oh, interesting, Kanoka Igusa. Oh, that's cool. Right, now let me fix my acorn. Oh, okay, you could go with oranges and reds. I like orange and red mushrooms. I prefer them to brown. It's almost like they stand out a bit more. So this is just shadow in the Monarch set. Oh, that's true, Kenny. There are many different types of mushrooms. I suppose what I could do is take out the mushroom book. I've got a Collins mushroom catalog type book. So I suppose I could always take one of those out and just draw inspiration there. Although I'm not really one for foraging mushrooms. I'm too scared I would find something that would be poisonous, and yeah, I just don't have the courage for that. Oh, cool, you've done rainbow ones. That's cool. Oh, your pages are pretty, Pickle. You'd take yourself out with a mushroom. Yeah, I probably would too. I've done like a spore tester before, but even then I didn't have the courage to actually eat the mushrooms. But the spore tester was really cool. So here I'm mixing Huntsman with Oyster and some grey. You're as bad as Connie, underestimating yourselves. When it comes to mushrooms, I self-preserve. Okay, let's do this leaf here. And then, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We will get there. The more you color, the more you see things that you missed. I actually think this is part of the tree. So I'll do this leaf green, so it just contrasts nicely against the trunk. Hi Carly, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm glad you're well. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. I honestly don't know what all these circles are. I don't know. Bye, Pickle. Have a good week. Thanks for stopping by. Right, so I'm just making this a bit darker. Pebbles. Yeah, I could do them as pebbles. I could do them grey. I suppose they don't need a lot of attention. They're not the main elements on the page. I think I might do this blue color see. So I'm swapping to my NeoColor IIs now. Gotta be careful I don't bend the page. It lifts up and then I make a mistake. Autocorrect can be a real pest sometimes, can't it? My autocorrect on my phone regularly changes words when I'm typing, and I have to go back and tell it, no, I want what I typed. What I typed was right. You go, Collie. Don't let it beat you. Okay, let's do it this way. Just because I'm impatient today. It is frustrating. Predictive text is really annoying when it wants to be. I find it more frustrating when it keeps insisting that it is right and I'm wrong. Have any of you been watching any exciting or any enjoyable films, TV series? We're still watching Star Wars, and I think we're going to be watching Star Wars for a while. The kids have decided they want to rewatch the films, so we're now finished watching quite a bit of the Star Wars series and have gone back to the films. so it's just a matter of dabbing. I suppose the other thing we could do for a colour along, and I'm finished this page, this really long Rita Berman page, is always do a Kirby book with Inktense. Oh no, don't worry, Penny, you're good. Ah, you're watching repeat shows, Connie. Fair enough. We've just recently discovered audiobooks. So we're currently making our way through. We read Where the Red Fern Grows, and now we're busy with J.R. What's the guy? Guy who wrote The Hobbit. So we're busy reading The Hobbit. Okay, that should help for a little bit. So let's see how that goes. Okay, let's use Oyster for these stalks, mushroom stalks. Yay! And a bit of green, a bit of grey. You heard it was cold in the UK. How cold? Well, where we are, it's been dipping to about 10-12 degrees Celsius. It feels a bit fresh, but it's still relatively warm because over the weekend we had some rain, and yesterday I could still sit outside in the sun, and in the sun I didn't really need a lot of layers. So it's still autumnal, it's not quite gone winter cold yet. but it will eventually get there. Right, so it's just reddish orange mushrooms. Oh, thank you, Connie. We will enjoy the weather for as long as we can have it, but I don't think it will last too long. At the moment, the week is scheduled to have a lot of rain, so not too much sunshine. But I did make some apple crumble with some of the apples I managed to harvest from our fruit trees. So that's always a nice addition to autumn. We don't really do like pumpkin sort of pies and that, at least not that I'm aware of. I don't know anyone in the UK who makes pumpkin pie, or I mean, we do pumpkin soup. I mean, do you have your favorite autumnal foods and beverages? And as far as I know, Thanksgiving is coming up for the States soon in November. So do you have special plans for Thanksgiving? No set plans yet. That's cool. I love the story behind, or the history behind Thanksgiving. In some ways I wish that the rest of the world had adopted Thanksgiving as much as they had adopted Christmas. Alright, there are red mushrooms. Hooray, hooray for red mushrooms. So for here, I'm just alternating between Wizard and Fizz. I wouldn't mind one pencil being named Cream Soda, especially if it's like one of these greeny, vibrant greeny ones. In South Africa, we have a drink called cream soda, and it is a green color. It's very nice. Actually, one of my favorite fizzy drinks. But you don't really get it here in the UK, and the UK rendition or version of cream soda is not at all what we get in South Africa. Oh, cool, Penny, that you and your hubs will cook. Oh, I hope that your kids do join you. It must be nice to have them round when they can. Okay, then maybe let's make this green. Right, so it's just a whole lot of leaves now on this page, and then it is pretty much done. I'm thinking these pearls, we could probably do like a reddish, rustic red. I always make white pearls, so I want to try and encourage myself to make different colored pearls. Although I suppose what you could do if you wanted to be creative is you could turn these into like dewdrops or water bubbles, which I could do. I just I don't have capacity for it today. I need to work out a way to mute my... Oh no, Connie, you want water drops. Well, water, so if you think of water droplets, they have got a bit of red in them. So like a bit of pink and a bit of yellow. If I push this back a bit, and they will have bits of glue. I'm trying to remember how I've seen people do it. Yeah, I can mute it on my phone, but it's muting it on my actual laptop. I don't know right now. So let's see, I've muted my phone. Maybe if I mute the sound on my laptop, that will work. But the beads are so beautiful. Well, maybe we're gonna have to just do a different page with beads and a different page with water droplets. And then I think, don't worry, I'll put a bit of yellow in there somewhere. I'm sure we could change this into, all right, we'll just see. We'll see how it turns out. And we'll use a little bit of NeoColor Blue somewhere. I have no idea if this is going to work. And then I'm going to take my Prismacolor white and I'm going to see if I can blend this. Okay, and then a white gel pen. Oh, thanks, Cully. I'm glad you liked it. Penny cooks most meals daily, but hubby helps on the holidays. A turkey and the usual fixins. Oh, cool. That sounds delicious. Yeah, I can suppose having too many leftovers, it wouldn't work. I quite like making leftovers, because then we have something for lunch the next day. But yeah, I don't know if I would cook as much when it's just hubby and me. I can't actually imagine what it's like to not cook for 5 people. I have to double all my recipes. And the older the kids are getting, the more they're eating. I've also got a jelly glaze, which I'm going to use and see if we can make it a bit more sparkly. Oh, exactly, you can freeze it. I just tend to forget that I've frozen my leftovers. And then it goes for a few weeks without being touched until I've got no more space in my freezer. Yeah, my hubby also loves leftovers. I try and keep some leftovers for him when he gets home from work, so he usually gets home quite hungry. So I try and make sure we've got some for him to nibble on when he gets home. Oh wow, a hot turkey sandwich with gravy on top. That sounds delicious. Oh, yeah, a fair point, Penny. Okay, this is my glaze pen. So if I put glaze on top here, I'm hoping it will give that like slight more shimmery kind of look. Actually, that works quite nicely. I don't know if you can see it. But when the light reflects off it, it does have a bit of a like dewdrop kind of look. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so that's the dew. So now I can, there's just more leaves to carry on. I think I'm going to finish this page today. Wow, 6 to 20. That's incredible. Oh, thank you, Cully. You're very kind. Oh wow, Cully, that's early, 5:30. Wow. I was up around that time too today. Do you normally wake up so early? Is it something that just happens from time to time? Oh wow, Kenny, you had a bit of a lion. You got to sleep in. Time is going by so fast, absolutely. I find the older we get, the faster time goes. Oh wow, Cully, you're waking up really early. I'm torn with waking up early because on the one hand, there's a lot that can be done. And then on the other hand, I like sleeping. I need sleep. A lot more hours of sleep makes for a happier me. I don't do very well on little amounts of sleep. Exactly, the bed does feel cozy. Oh, Penny, been getting up early for a while now. I think one of the dogs wakes me up, then they all want to go out, and all you want is a cup of coffee. Yeah, dogs have a mind of their own. Oh, wrong pencil. Coffee, the nectar of your life. Yeah, I like a good cup of coffee. Or hot chocolate. Right, so it's just all these leaves to finish. Oh no, you usually have one dog that doesn't want to come back in. He thinks it's like it's time to play hide and seek at 4:30 in the morning. Oh no. Oh, imagine playing hide and seek at 4:30 in the morning. Suppose your neighbors won't thank you for that. So where I've got my chipmunks, I like to put more green leaves around them, or yellowy green, just so that it contrasts nicely with the colors together. Oh, I feel for you. You have to go and get him quietly. So you go out with your flashlight and all you want is your coffee. Yeah. Oh, I hear you. I suppose it's not really great fun when it's cold either. Oh no, he loves the rain. Oh, bless. He must be a real sweetie pie. Oh, that's really precious that he's your shadow. And it helps that he's easy. Right, we are almost done this page. And then I have to do the other page, but at least we're almost done with one page. So this is progress. Oh, thank you. It's coming on pretty okay. Honestly, I'll just be glad to have at least another page done for the end of the month. Otherwise, I've only got a whole bunch of whips and one completed page. Looks like my internet is lagging a bit. We couldn't bring over our dogs, and we can't get dogs at the moment because we rent. So I like listening to other people's dog experiences. Sorry, I did freeze, and I did check my camera, so everything's charged and fine. I think it was just a lag in the internet. Oh dear, I dropped a pencil on the floor. Oh boy. Oh wow, you've got a giant shepherd, 2 huskies, a lab border collie mix, and a shepherd mix. That's beautiful breeds. Do you find dogs are easier in a pack of dogs as opposed to 1 or 2 dogs? And how long have you had dogs? Oh, they sound lovely, pretty, and full of personality. Enjoy the market, Carly, and I hope you have a great week. Take care. Oh wow, Penny, so you really are experienced with dogs. That's really cool. I'm glad this one's been an easy pack for you. Right, I think that is one page done. I'll zoom out so you can have a look. Wee bit more. There you go. So one page done, and then I've got to do the rest of the double page spread. So a whole lot of leaves and a finishing up of acorns and background, and working on the rest of the acorns. But I think what I'm going to do is probably make the ties here red. Oh, thank you very much. I am glad that you do like it. It's coming along. It's coming along quite nicely. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do like the doors and decorations on the actual acorn houses, but we're making headway, so that's the important part. Put my tag on the other side. So I think what I'll do is I'll try and do the background off camera and get that done. Maybe do a few more leaves if all goes according to plan. It's really just playing with the pencils I've got and just playing around with the blend of the shades. What I find really helpful is using this Mellow yellow as a bit of a blending pencil and to help me blend the oranges into the greens. Kenny, I'm happy to do it on another stream. Yeah, what would you like? Because I am aware that you've been watching the progress. I don't know if you've been coloring along, but if you are interested in me finishing this page on camera, I'm happy to do that. It will actually help me finish the page. I'm notorious for moving on very quickly. So yeah, let me know what you fancy. I'm happy to do the leaves and the background off camera, but if you would like the leaves on, oh no, Kenny, if you'd like to color along, I'm happy to keep doing the live stream. It helps me get something up on the channel, and it will help me finish this. So yeah, I'm happy to do that. If I fancy coloring more of it, I will then try and film it as well, so that you're not missing anything. And yeah, so I can definitely do that. What I did notice here though, there's these flowers. So if I do wrong pen, the white pen and the glaze pen look the same. So if I make these white, suppose I could even do them red if you want. Could possibly do that red actually. I've got a pen here, so I'll get a glitter pen, a red glitter pen. It might stand out a bit better. Yeah, there you go. So you can have these red. And maybe just in between. Because I find a white on a light blue, the white gets lost. And if I put some sparkle here, at least the black isn't getting too lost. Okay, cool, Kenny. If you're happy with the leaves and the background, then I can definitely work on that off camera and then do everything else on the next stream. So let's try that and see how we go. Hopefully I'll get that done. Hello Katrina, how are you? Right, so I think I'm going to stop here and end this stream for today, and I'll take a photo of this one. And so things that I'm hoping to upload very soon on the channel include a mini haul video showing you what I've treated myself to. I've got the Jasmine Beckett Griffith color along, finishing up my whip, which was a requested video, and then hopefully plan a few more videos and color alongs for everyone. So thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate you hanging out with me and chatting. It's been a joy as always, and I will see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.